Well, it's the biggest stage in college baseball, and it's the best player in college baseball. It doesn't get much better than this. Paul Skeens, the 6'6" junior, transfer from Air Force. You can't find a more dominant pitcher in the college game. This guy will be a big leaguer in no fewer than 2 years, according to all draft experts, and this is what he's brought to the table for the Tigers. The 181 ERA, .78 whip, 13-2 on the year. It just doesn't get more dominant than that. And it's highlighted by the 200 strikeouts to 19 walks. Absurd control and an electrifying fastball out of Skeens. He's going to have a tall task tonight, though, facing one of the best lineups he's seen all season long. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons, as we're just about ready to play here in Omaha, led off by Tommy Hawk, but highlighted by Brock Wilken, the slugging third baseman. Danny Corona's been huge so far in the postseason. And there's Jack Winay starting at first tonight. You might notice that if you're a Wake fan. Nick Kurtz, the typical first baseman, cannot go. There he is trying to get ready to go pregame, and he's not going to be able to start. Now, he is dressed. There he is trying to take some hacks. He is dressed, and he could be used later today, maybe as a pinch hitter or in a smaller role. But there he is going in the tunnel, getting some consolation from his teammates. Not in the starting lineup today. Such a huge part of this team. But we play on. Just about ready to go. Number 5 LSU, number 1 Wake Forest, the winner to the College World Series Finals. As big of a game as you're ever going to see. Strike one is in there from Skeens. And that's what you will see. 99 on the black. Tommy Hawk, get ready. He has been brilliant this year, the little speedster. 353, 7 tanks, 35 ribbies. What he does, he gets on base, he causes problems, and there's another beautiful pitch from Skeens. He gets the call on the outside corner. That's 100 for strike 2. LSU so good this year. Didn't end up winning the SEC, but by all means the most talented team in the country, as this one's poked foul, or it might hang up in play. Pearson can't see it in the evening sun, and it'll drop. Another life for Tommy Hawk. Josh Pearson out there, even with the comically sized sunglasses, couldn't battle through that evening sun here in Omaha. Should go away, but it'll be an issue for a couple of innings. That could be an interesting development as you see great camera work there. You can see what he was looking at, and that is bright. The 0-2 from Skeens. Kicks, fires, just missed up and in. Well, Paul Skeens, I told you that he transferred from Air Force. He used to hit there as well. Now at LSU and at the next level, projected just to be a hurler, but this guy has all the talent in the world. As he fires again, this one jams him, and he pops it up to Dylan Cruz, the other top pick on this LSU squad. He's projected to be at least one of the top 2 outfielders, maybe the first overall pick to go in this next draft. Between him and Wyatt Langford of Florida, you will not see better outfield talent ever in Omaha. These two guys are just electric. So you take a look at Skeens. 46 this year have gone over 100, and they throw him out there and work him every week. This guy runs up the pitch count on a weekly basis, so no doubt he can go deep tonight if needed. Fires in another strike at triple digits. That one goes in 100 as Lucas Costello, the junior, digs in. All these Wake hitters have had fantastic years. Costello missed some of the year, still hit .296. Home run and RBI numbers not quite as inflated. This one's tagged out to left. Pearson going back on it, nearing the track. He makes the catch. 2 down for Skeens in the first frame. Now, as much talking as we've done about Skeens, Wake Forest has another stud on the other side. They've got Rhett Lauder. Long-haired number 4. We'll talk more about him at the bottom of the inning, but just know there he is. You're preparing to watch what could be and what should be one of the greatest college baseball pitching duels we have ever seen. As the crowd is slowly filling in here, this is expected to be a max capacity sellout here at TD Ameritrade. Wilken, the 6'4 junior, stares at a breaking ball that just bends in there at the waist for strike 1. There's Nick Kurtz, second most prolific slugger on this Wake team, obviously not in the lineup tonight. Wilken fouls this one back. He got another breaking ball, so Skeens knows this guy can do damage on the fastball. I'm sure he won't avoid it entirely, but To the first two guys, you saw him pumping in fastball, fastball, fastball. Now, 2 straight breaking balls to Wilkin, and he's ahead 0-2. And there he is, freezes him with the fastball at the knees. 1-0-1, Paul Skeens. Pumping gas early here in Omaha. There's Rhett Lauder, the best pitcher in the ACC, the best pitcher in the SEC. What a duel we have tonight. We'll be back in just a moment. Here he is, Rhett Lauder, fellow junior, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's been awesome this year for Wake. 15-0, still perfect. The 1.99 ERA, 137 Ks to 22, and just like Skeens, he's a big leaguer. This guy will be an early draft pick, and we will see him in the bigs, should all go right, very soon. He has just been dominant this year. I mean, 15-0 is quite frankly ridiculous, and he hasn't needed run help or run support. A sub-2 ERA, pitching in one of the best conferences in college baseball. He has a tough task tonight. Of course, with that LSU lineup, there's Trey Morgan. He's been red hot in the College World Series. But he'll start it off against projected top 2 pick Dylan Cruz, and that one is just outside. Lauder won't run it up nearly as much as Skeens. He won't hit the triple digits like Paul does, but still a fantastic pitcher. There's Cruz. His stats just laughable, really. Hitting around 500 for most of the year. That play is missed by Wilkin, and they can't get him at first. Look at Brock Wilkin there, trying to scoop it up on the run. It fell to Danny Corona deep in the hole, and a good attempt to make that play. Just wouldn't work out. Corona, good attempt, but Cruz just too fast. So a great start for LSU. They've got a man on. That's exactly what you want. I mean, runs are going to come at a premium this game, so any run in any scenarios, you just see Cruz just beats it out, will be huge for LSU. Now, Tigers aren't a team that bunts very much, and we're going to take a look at this, actually. Wake Forest is going to review this one. We will take a look and be right back. Call is confirmed. He is safe, so Dylan Cruz gets it started with an infield single for the Tigers. Good start for LSU, rocking the purple tonight, the home team in this matchup. Wake Forest, black caps, gray with black pinstripes for the shirt and the pants. Here's Tommy White, Tommy Tanks, more commonly known in the college baseball community as that one spiked. Good scoop up by the catcher there. Tommy Tanks from St. Pete Beach, Florida. Started his career, obviously, at North Carolina State, tore it up. Just hit home run after home run for the Wolfpack, then somewhat shockingly announced his transfer decision to LSU as this one gets in on his hands and he'll foul it back. 195, and you can just see the movement on Lauder's fastball, not something you want to run into as a hitter. Anyway, Tommy White has settled in nicely in Tigerland. He's had another great season, putting together a fantastic college baseball resume as he digs in for the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the inside heater, 1-2. And the thing about him is, you might say, oh, is that a miss just going inside on him? You want to hit him outside? No, that's where he excels. He goes yard and hits with power to the opposite side better than probably anybody else in the sport. The 1-2, waved and missed on the off speed. And that's a quick at-bat for Tommy White as he'll head back to the dugout. Here's that pitch from Lauder. Just slides right under that bat. I mean, that's still coming in firm. 87 on the breaking balls, nothing to scoff at, but after seeing 95 with movement, just such a good pitch mix to throw guys as good as White off. Now here's Trey Morgan, number 18, the first baseman, not by trade, started his career here in Baton Rouge in the outfield as he fouls this one off himself, 0-1. Trey Morgan, a fantastic defensive first baseman, a very good hitter as well, but he's really come alive here in Omaha. You see just 9 home runs the whole season he's got here, and he's ripping the baseball, hitting into gaps, getting on base, hitting almost 500 here as we showed you pregame. And he's down 0-1 early to Lauder. Cruz could be a stolen base threat. Hasn't moved so far here. This one's left in the middle of the plate. Chopper to Winay, and he gets up and makes the grab. Jack Winay showing off the hops early, and Wake Forest has 2 down. Morgan did his job, put it in play. Good play by Winay. Moves Cruz over to second. Here we go. Get up, Jack Winay. Involved early in the action for the non-starter usually, but tonight getting the big call up. There's Kurtz once again. And now we take a look at Gavin Dugas, described by many around the program and many fans as just really the heartbeat, the heart and soul of this team. You can see Louisiana boy. He's a senior, 282, 16 bombs this year. Very solid hitter. 43 ribbies. He's a real threat to drive in runs, but he just stares at that louder breaking ball. In at 87 again. Dugas also known for being clutch here in his time with the Tigers. He is a big-time, big-game player. Louder gives a look to Cruz. He won't move yet again. This one's chopped to third. Wilkin collects on the run. Fires got him. Nice play by Brock Wilkin. He doesn't just hit, folks. He can do it with the leather. And a great start in what could be an all-time pitcher's duel. Wake Forest and LSU both scoreless through 1. And we are ready to go in the most anticipated game of the 2023 college football season. This one's banged through the end zone by Reichert. And there he is, Quinn Ewers, number 3 in white. Had a good week last week against Rice, throwing for 3 touchdowns. There's his stats. 19 for 30, 260 yards, 3 tutties, 0 picks, as he'll jog out there with his offense into the roaring cauldron of red here, Bryant-Denny Stadium. Place is loud. Place is ready to go. Ready to cheer on their number 3 Tide to take on the Texas Longhorns. And here we go. First play of the game. They'll split out 5 wide. Mitchell at the bottom of your screen, and they throw a screen to Baxter here. Baxter forced out of bounds after a gain of about 11, and it's an early first down for the Horns. It's a great way to start it off. Cool the crowd down just a little bit. Some early momentum here for UT. There's Coach Steve Sarkisian, the head man in Austin, after being an offensive mastermind here in Tuscaloosa just a few years prior. Still has some kids on this roster who he recruited, but now has moved on and is doing good work in Austin. This one's a fake handoff. They'll sling the screen to Worthy, and he is hit hard and dragged down. Tackled that time by number 17, Tresman Mitchell. 6'1" linebacker out of Homerville, Georgia. After the short gain of about 2, it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Longhorns. Run. Baxter hit hard, bounced outside though, and he is ankle tackled once again. Good play by Marshall. Marshall doesn't wrap up there. Baxter could really bounce that for a big gain, maybe even get a first down there. Instead, limits the carry to just a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 5, and you can hear the Alabama faithful getting loud. First drive of the game, Ewers faced with the 3rd and 5. Not a good third down team last season. Takes the snap, looking, scrambling out right. He'll tuck it and run. He's got the first down and much more, diving forward. And he's got a first down over the 50-yard line. They've moved into Alabama territory. Looking to go fast here. Alabama just gets all their guys off the field. Here's the handoff. And that will go for a very short gain. Tackle by Smith. Jonathan Brooks, first carry of the game. One of the best halfbacks in the entire country, Jonathan Brooks. 24 in that long hair. Look for him to get going. If he gets loose, he is hard to stop. 2nd and 8 now for the Horns. Ewers with Brooks to his right. Fakes it to him. Has plenty of time. Looking for an option. Jumps it down to Sanders. Hit hard by Malachi Moore, and he fumbles. They have not blown the play dead, and this one is going to be Texas ball, but all the way back near the UT 40. Malachi Moore fired up, the linebacker, number 13. He is a hard hitter. He is a hard player. Really flew down there that time. We take a look at the replay. You'll see him circled right over here. Guarding Whittington initially, falls back in his zone and just flies down to Sanders as soon as he recognizes the play. I mean, perfect hit. Just gets that shoulder pad directly on the football. Now, I'm not sure Sanders had the ball quite long enough there to be ruled a complete pass, but it is on the field. Now he tucks it. Is that a football move? You can see Lawson and Brooks fighting for it, and it was Brooks who came out of the pile with it. They will say it's a pass complete on the field, obviously, but we will go to review early on in this one. And we welcome you back here on ESPN. It's a Sonic blockbuster featuring the two best teams in the SEC so far. Number 5, Tennessee, looking good so far in their first 5 minutes at Rupp Arena. Coach Cal's squad stuttering offensively, or at least something we haven't seen a lot of, as Ziegler has the ball to connect. Both of them playing well to start tonight's game. Ziegler, not always known for his shooting, really a defense and passing guy. He's been on fire so far tonight. Here's Gainey. Up top, James. That won't go off the front rim. Great hustle by Jordan Gainey, and it's collected by Tennessee. Gainey will launch from 3. That won't go. And another offensive board. This time it's James again. Josiah Jordan James, the experienced veteran here for the Vols, been everywhere so far to start. Ziegler slips the pass inside, and that's a hook. We're going the other way. Thiero wanted it. He got the call. It's the correct call. And Kentucky will get the basketball. There's Thiero, a young kid a lot of Lexington folks here are excited about. He is very talented, very athletic. Hasn't quite worked out all the kinks yet, as Mitchell will go to the bench. Shepard and Dillingham, we'll get to see them run the backcourt for the first time this game. Can Rob Dillingham get this Cats offense fired up? It hasn't had many answers so far for this Vols defense, which, as we've discussed earlier in the broadcast, has been known to stifle offenses in their time. Here's Dillingham. He'll drive behind the back. Looks for the floater, won't go. Here's Shepard. Shepard's floater, yes! And Reed Shepard's off to the races with his first points of the night, or his first 2 of the night, rather. James swings to Connect. Connect, looking for Gainey. Here's Ziegler. One-on-one with Dillingham. Here's Gainey. He's open for 3. Got it! And you can see Coach Cal there standing with outstretched arms. It's been a theme of their season so far. They have not guarded shooters well. Tennessee already 5 for 8. Dillingham to answer. Yes! Rob Dillingham on the score sheet now. 19-10. And here we go. This is the pace we wanted as we look at Tennessee's 5 on the floor. Ziegler, Gainey, and Connect, the 2 transfers. James and Tobe Awaka, as Gainey hits the jumper. And boy, if he can get going for Tennessee, this could be a scary team come March. He was the other high-profile transfer coming into this class with Connect. Hasn't quite lit it up at the same rate Connect has so far. Shepard and Dillingham not transfers. They're the classic Kentucky 5-star blue blood freshman as Thiero takes it in hard. That won't go. Tipped up onto the board on Yenso. Gets the board, but there's a foul on the floor. It'll be against Thiero, and they will take it out. Not on the shot. That'll be inbounded from underneath the basket. But anyway, that Tennessee offense right now just humming. 21 already, just 10 for the Cats. Is Shepard to take it out here. There's Rick Barnes explaining things to Tobe Awaka, already in foul trouble with 2. It'll be Shepard to take the ball out here. Son of a Kentucky legend, and his mother also played here, so BBN, it runs in the family blood here. You always knew he was going to be a Wildcat, and he has been marvelous in his first season here in Lexington. Now Reeves, good pass to Shepard. Shepard to Thiero, the extra pass, Dillingham. Yes! Great ball movement by the Cats there. They found Dillingham for the wide open 3, and he's already got 6. His connect goes to the rim, and he's blocked. Reed Shepard leading the fast break. He'll look. He gets Reeves. Reeves for 3. No. Oh, Rupp Arena would have had the roof pop off if he hit that one. Tennessee the other way now. Gainey receives a screen up top. He'll take the floater. That's short. And it goes long. Dillingham can't get it. Gainey again. Here's Connect. Open look. He'll drive. Now curls out. Guarded by Dillingham. Two of the most electric players in the conference facing off against each other here. Extra pass to the corner. Mashak's three way long. Connect. Only 5 on the shot clock. He's got to put something up. That won't go. That's an air ball on Yenso. Collects. Up to Reed Shepard now. And Dillingham. Trying to put the moves on Gainey. That's a bad pass. And Connect runs into Shepard there. Foul. There's the 5 on the floor for the Cats as we take another look at the ball movement here. To Thiero. That's a good shot. Passes it up for an even better shot. Dillingham. Bottoms. Fantastic ball movement. And then there's Connect. Stuffed by Onyenso. Kentucky trying to get a little momentum at both ends of the floor as Shepard will take this ball out. Back in the game, Santiago Vescovi, the most experienced player on this Tennessee squad. Ball into Onyenso, handoff to Dillingham. You see such impressive records for both these teams, 15-5 against very tough schedules. Obviously Kentucky in the Champions Classic. There's a good pass wide open as Onyenso breakdown for Tennessee. In Tennessee, competing in Maui this year against other fantastic squads highlighted by Purdue and Marquette. That's a great experience for your team to get, as that's just too easy. Ziegler scoops it up for 2. As those are the types of teams you're going to have to face in March and throughout the season. Is Dillingham, he hits the pull-up J. And now we're going offensively. This is the SEC basketball we expected to see tonight. Dillingham 8 points on perfect shooting as Ziegler brings it up. Doesn't use the screen now, he'll dump it off. And blocked by Onyenso, Mitchell collects. Here's Reed Shepard surveying the floor. Dillingham, back to Shepard, wide open for 3. No. Trey Mitchell, good board. And the play is blown dead. We have a foul underneath.